She's talking over herself.
Okay, and I can't. Okay, so first off, this video is pissing me off. As an old person who has a hard time hearing, this is pissing me off. This is Christopher and Katherine from Hunter Benefits. This is our On the Couch, the Friday afternoon bourbon edition. All right, what are we going to be looking at, Katherine?
People who think they know more than they do.
Okay, well that's that. Yeah, I think the first one's going to be a doozy. What rich people know about 401ks that you don't. Now you got to remember, we're not trying to be too personal. We are trying to be amusing and entertaining. We are going to be talking about these from a compliance point of view. All right, so let's get going here.
Okay.
401ks made sense when tax rates were coming down. You know, you get a tax deduction up here, it grows tax deferred, and you retire and you pay tax down here. But we know taxes are going to have to go up. So how much sense does it make to take money out of your check today, defer that baby till taxes go up to 50, 60%, then I'm going to take it out and pay? That doesn't make any sense. So what I tell people is say, does your company have a 401k? Yes. Does it have a match? Yes. Explain the match. Well, if I put in 4%, they match with 4%. Okay, good, I do that. That's 100% rate of return. But above the match, I wouldn't put in my 401k anymore. I would put that into cash value life insurance because I want to be in control. I want to have tax-free income in retirement. And that 401k and that IRA, those are going to be like chains around people's necks. They're going to regret that they put as much money in those products that they did.
Okay, wow, cash value life insurance, that's great. Does the money going into cash value life insurance, is that after tax or pre-tax?
After tax, huh?
Yeah, okay, so you're taxed on it before it goes in. Depending on when you need to take your money out, okay, by the way, I'm a true proponent of cash value life insurance, all right, love it, used to sell it, but he's kind of completely forgetting the fact that there are Roth deferrals out there, and from the looks of this, and since it was it's a short, I'm presuming this was made after Roth was legal. So yeah, his entire argument is blown out of the water with a Roth deferral, right?
Yeah, and in the end, you also are saying that the rate of return on a life insurance policy is significantly higher than anything else, right? I mean, that's what you're predicating this on.
Right. I mean, well, there is death benefit, but then get the life insurance for the death benefit.
Right?
Well,
you get a 401k plan, you get to actually like live and retire.
But because of the early cost, the life insurance, surrender values, and all that, you don't
There's
get as much.
a lot of upfront cost.
Yeah. All right.
And the real bonus is when you die.
So I
don't know how that's a retirement
Since they're shorts, we can only rant for so long. It's going to have to be.
No, I can rant for a long time.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a srant, a short rant.
I do not feel
do this instead of a
challenged.
401k plan. Oh God.
You know,
what? And he's got the emoji is $, and is that somebody sick or really unhappy? Really, huh? Yeah. Both. All right, go Zach.
Depending on how much cash flow I have coming in, one would be rental properties. The reason you do a 401k is because you get to defer taxes, and a lot of times you get maybe employee matching or whatever, but you have no control. That's the problem. They limit what you can invest in, more or less, and you essentially have penalties for trying to access the money. When you invest in rental properties, you get all the same and then some tax benefits. You get leverage. You get an asset that's probably going to appreciate roughly consistent with the 401k, only because you have leverage, it's going to appreciate on like 5 or 10 times as much money that you can realize the benefit of. So anyway, I would consider real estate, and then secondly, I would consider setting up a properly.
Okay, can we stop? Okay, so okay.
Why do people who have real estate, they feel they're in more control? Have they ever dealt with tenants?
Now that they
snowstorm that breaks
snowstorms.
What part of having more property is
floods,
being in control?
Not paying. Depending on where you are, it can take a year to kick a tenant out.
I think you should watch Money Pit before you invest in real estate.
Tom Hanks or whatever. Okay. So once again, you can get into a 401k plan for like $5 a week. And then again, we've got this whole idea. We talked about this on another video. I actually looked up the numbers. There's about 140 working people, 140 million working people over the age of 18. There's about 120 million households in the United States, okay? So how are people who are working, when there's more people working than there are homes, or than there are residences? This idea doesn't work because it doesn't scale. All right. Whereas
I think it doesn't work because most people don't have enough money to buy a second property.
They don't have enough money to buy a single property. These guys are always forgetting about the fact that stuff gets empty, stuff gets burnt down, people don't pay.
Have you ever had a renter with cats?
Have you ever had a renter with cats? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. No. So there's a whole bunch of things going on there where we just lose our minds over this. But anyways,
configured whole life policy to start to do what's called infinite or self-banking. Again, depending on if I had more money, I'd probably go real estate. If I had less money, I'd go infinite banking policy. And somebody can watch others of my videos to find out what that means. But it's probably better.
Infinite
banking.
What's infinite banking?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of that one. Infinite banking policy. Our reaction to that one's, huh? Okay, next.
I think somebody in a hoodie talking about infinite banking policy is just not the most credible.
401k versus Roth IRA versus
HSA.
Okay. That's all right.
Well,
We're gonna see if they do. Not seen this one yet.
HSA is interesting.
Yeah, this could be okay.
HSA.
Yeah, and then I said, how about the tax deductions, am I right? Dude, just because you get to contribute pre-tax doesn't mean you're all that, okay? You save taxes now, but you have to pay them later. Listen, man, I'd rather take the tax break now than when I'm old. Whatever, I have the flexibility. I can take out the money I put in whenever.
She's talking over herself.
Okay, and I can't. So first off, this video is pissing me off. As an old person who has a hard time hearing, this is pissing me off. Okay, it doesn't matter what they could be talking about Ferrari and Formula One. I'm still going to be just as angry. What the hell is going on, Zach?
This is the new spam. This is the TikTok stuff.
Okay.
To provide no information and be triply annoying?
But here we're doing it. You don't have sunglasses on, and I do. We can do this.
Huh?
See? We have as much credibility as a person arguing with themselves.
Whenever they have a Roth IRA, okay, does it ever get to be sensible, or is it just going to be annoying?
That's for you to decide.
Yeah. I think I know the answer.
No. Yeah.
Let's see if I can get through this without throwing something. All right.
Whatever I want. You, on the other hand, all right, guys, no need to fight. Let's just get along. Oh, here we go. We all know I'm clearly the superior account. In before he says triple tax advantage. I'm just saying, I tried to add up the number of tax advantages you guys have, and somehow it never amounts to 3. Hi, guys. Can I sit here?
No. Okay, that was funny. Okay, because the 401k and the 403b for this conversation should be twins. Okay, identical twins. All right.
I am happy she is talking about flexibility. Interesting thought. She does have a sense of pre-tax or after tax. Interesting stuff. So she's going to go that deep. Then she needs to start talking about 401k plans can have a lot of investment possibilities, pre-tax, after tax, and ERISA protecting your money. There's a lot of flexibility in a 401k.
And employers don't match HSA contributions, do they? No.
Yeah, there's equations, but good thing she has so much extra money.
Okay, so do not invest in your 401k.
Do not invest in your 401k. Why not? That's what everyone at my company does. Think about it this way. Let's say you saved up $1 million at retirement. That $1 million will be taxed around 25%, so you're left with $750,000. I mean, that's not terrible. Well, you forgot to account for a historical 3% inflation rate over the next 30 years. So your purchasing power will only be about $300,000 in 30 years. I didn't realize that.
Okay, stop. Just stop. Tricky math, right? I am so good at math. Okay, well, but the thing is, when you retire with $1 million in your account, you just don't go, let's take it all out and let's take taxes, right?
Right.
You leave it in. You take the parts out that you need. Right. And it's a weird way to look at numbers, right? It's like talking yourself out of something.
That age, $1 million today is not going to be $1 million then. That should also grow with inflation. That's why I don't like these inflation reduction things, because if somebody's for 30 years from now is looking to get $1 million in there, yeah, it's going to be worth less, but you're supposed to be looking for putting more on that. I
find something really false about the idea of, like, I save up $1 million and now I'm screwed.
Oh my God, I got $1 million.
I've got $1 million and I am screwed. What a first world problem, right?
Yes, I know. Let's go to the rest of this.
What should I do instead? Real estate is a good place to start. And how do I do that? Just follow the Legacy Investing Show to learn how.
Okay, so once again, that's all it is. Once again, 401k bad, real estate good. let's go back to the first video.
I want to say something. Like, if you invest in real estate and you buy it through a broker, like when you buy and sell things, you're taking a 7% cut when you sell it.
Well,
they keep talking about
depends.
taxes being so crappy. I mean,
yeah, there's expenses to sell it. Okay, yeah,
no,
but once again, yeah, they're making it sound like the problem with all these things is the vast majority of people can't buy. We talked before. There's more people working than residences. And you've got, and these calculations always consider like that they're perfectly 100% rented and nothing ever breaks. All right, let's go on to the next one. Oh, I got it. You're doing another one. All right, come on, Zach. Let's go for
everywhere.
Real estate is more certain because you have control over the investment.
No, you don't.
And you get to experience appreciation
Maybe.
while also claiming depreciation at the same time. Not to mention, you have access
Okay,
to
stop. All right. Every person who does one of these videos needs to go and take a history class from 2008 and 2009, because my understanding of why things crashed so much in 2008 and 2009 is none of the models allowed for the value of real estate to drop. Well, it does. Okay, and these guys are all pretending it's an absolute guaranteed rise all the time. Go back to 2008.
cash by doing cash out refinances or HELOCs where you're pulling out tax-free money. If I go to pull out money from my 401k, I will have a 10% penalty and I will have to pay that money back. I don't get to experience
stop. Okay, pick one. 10% penalty or pay it back. Okay, HELOC, okay, that's an interest rate. What's your interest rate in your HELOCs these days? Probably more than what you've got going on inside a 401k participant loan. All right, next. Keep going.
Those same benefits in that rental real estate investors get to experience. This is why rental real estate is viewed as a better investment in my eyes.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's very interesting that...
a lot of people have 401k plans, right? And when you go to your boss in your company, you don't go, hey, I want you to take some money and invest it in real estate for me, right?
No.
They talk about what do you ask people to do for you? Hi, I'm starting this job today, but I really don't want the 401k.
Too much. Can you
put 10% of my paycheck into real estate? I don't know.
Again, it was one of the problems with that last video was 10% excise tax. You forgot the rest of the taxes, okay, or participant loan, all right? And if you're paying a participant loan back and if you pay it back, there is there's no penalties. There might be some fees, but there's no penalties. The interest goes back to yourself, whereas when you get a home equity line of credit, okay, who gets the interest? The bank, not you. There's nothing that says you can't do 401k and rental property, all right? If you've got the money to do rental property,
you probably have built up your money in a 401k plan to do it.
People look like they're under 50 years old. The maximum deferral is about 20 grand. Okay, that's what you'd be putting away a year. You can't buy rental property with $20,000 a year. Okay. Did you find those videos entertaining or just upsetting?
I'd rather watch paint dry.
If you thought it was entertaining watching us watch paint dry, go watch some of our other videos, all right? And as always, like, subscribe, comment, the normal stuff. If you got a very specific question and you disagree very strongly with me about something and don't want to make it public, it's sales@hunterbenefits.com. Have a good week.